Folks, welcome to the very first installment of Counting on Justice, where we use data science to dive deep into issues of equity, diversity, and inclusion. So today, I'm going to take a swing at both Barbie and Oppenheimer. Don't get angry with me. I promise you that there are no spoilers, and I promise you that there will be some data. So Barbie, clever, funny, but in the end, I think it sabotaged its own feminist message.
I think I owe you an apology.
Huh?
I'm really sorry I took you for granted.
Oh.
Not every night had to be girls' night.
I probably shouldn't be surprised. Maybe radical feminist thought was just too much to ask for out of a summer blockbuster. Oppenheimer, I didn't watch it. I don't plan to. Building a destructive weapon and portraying it as heroic, hard pass. Not portraying Japanese people in the movie, unconscionable. Speaking of representation, let's talk about why representation in the creative arts matters. Creative representation isn't just about entertainment. Making art and consuming art impacts our health, our well-being, our economy, and so much more. Representation ensures that everyone's story is told and everyone's voice is heard. So I got curious about the diversity behind Barbie and Oppenheimer. Now, when I analyze films, I turn to IMDb, that's the Internet Movie Database, you're probably familiar with it. I go there because they allow their data to be directly downloaded. And when you download their data sets, you can even find some information that you can't see when you're browsing the site online. Each movie on IMDb identifies 10 principals who are the main creative contributors. These individuals, from directors to cinematographers to composers to actors and many other roles, they shape the film's narrative and impact. Hollywood's diversity problem is not new. The marginalized are often overlooked, and men typically dominate directorial roles, and white characters typically hog the screen. According to one study, in 2019's top films, only 34% of the speaking roles went to women, and a full 66% went to white characters. It turns out that what happens behind the scenes affects what happens on screen. Movies directed by women are twice as likely to feature women in leading roles, and films by Black directors, they featured 4 times as many Black characters. I wanted to understand the representation of the primary creative contributors to Barbie and Oppenheimer. For Barbie, 60% of the principals are women, while Oppenheimer stands at just 20%. Race-wise, Barbie's principals are 90% white and 10% Black, whereas Oppenheimer's principals are entirely white. Let's compare this to census data in order to get a sense of how our two movies stack up to America at large. Well, you can see there's a really stark difference when compared to the actual demographics of our population. Here's the crux of the problem. Hollywood is echoing the same narratives with familiar faces telling familiar stories. Given Hollywood's vast cultural influence, the absence of diverse contributors skews our worldview. The harm is tangible when people don't see themselves in the tales we consume. The world is a rich tapestry of stories, so isn't it high time for the movie industry to reflect the real world, both in front of and behind the camera? We should all be rallying for a more inclusive cinema, and it's okay to let your wallet do the talking at the box office. Hey folks, thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you sign up for my newsletter, which is always 100% free. Finally, if you want to connect with me on other social media, just use the links listed here. Take care, and I will see you next time.